For years, I prided myself on being available. I answered emails immediately. I filled my schedule with meetings and I stayed up late tackling all the big projects after everyone else had gone to bed. I thought I was being productive, but in reality, I was just exhausted. Leadership just seems to have a way of pulling you into urgent matters all day long. There's always a fire to put out, a last minute request, or a meeting that wasn't planned. And when you spend all of your time reacting, you never get to focus on what actually moves the needle. And that's why I had to change the way that I work. I had to own my time instead of letting everyone else dictate it. And so these 7 productivity hacks have helped me to maximize my week, freeing up time for deep work and for leadership and even rest. So here's what I've learned. Most people start their week on Monday morning, but I found that Sunday night planning is an absolute game changer. If you wait until Monday to figure out what you need to get done, you're already behind. So that's why I take about 30 minutes every Sunday to map out my biggest priorities for the upcoming week. What projects need focused time? What meetings actually matter? Where can I block time for deep work? And this simple habit, it eliminates decision fatigue. It allows me to hit the ground running Monday morning with no wasted time and no guessing what's next. And I've also learned that not all tasks are created equal. The 80-20 rule says that about 80% of your results come from just 20% of your efforts. But if you're not careful, it's easy to fill your day with low impact tasks, responding to emails and attending unnecessary meetings or handling things that someone else could do. I mean, honestly, I used to let other people set my schedule and I'd spend hours on things that didn't actually move our business forward. But now I ask myself daily, what's the 20% of my work that makes the biggest impact? And then that's where my focus goes first. I've also learned to batch similar tasks so that I can maintain focus, because multitasking is a myth. It doesn't make you more productive. It just makes everything take longer. Let me prove it. Try this. I want you to say the alphabet from A to Z. And now I want you to count from 1 to 26. You can do that pretty quick, right? But this time I want you to alternate. A1, B2, C3. Go all the way through the whole alphabet. How long does that take you? That's what happens when we constantly switch between tasks. Our brains are not wired to jump back and forth without losing time and focus. So that's why I now batch all of my similar tasks together. Emails in one big block, meetings one right after the other. Deep work is its own protected time in the morning. This simple shift eliminates distractions, improves efficiency, and most of all, it helps me to get more done in less time. And I set daily priorities and then I stick to them. I've learned that it is easy to feel busy without actually making progress. And so that's why I set 3 must-do priorities every day. These aren't just random tasks, they're the most important things that will move my work forward. And so by deciding my priorities up front, I stay focused even when the day gets chaotic. And no matter what else happens, if I accomplish those 3 things, I know the day was a success. And I automate repetitive tasks. I found that most leaders spend too much time on tasks that could be automated. Scheduling meetings, sending follow-ups, managing reminders, these things are all important, but they don't require your brain power. So I use automation to handle recurring tasks so that I can focus on what actually requires leadership. Whether it's email templates or scheduled messages or workflows that eliminate manual work, automation, it frees up my time for the more valuable tasks. And I've learned to delegate effectively and to even let go of control. For years, I really struggled with delegation. I felt like if I wanted something done right, I had to do it myself. The problem though, that's not leadership, that's micromanagement. And now I focus on empowering my team by assigning tasks based on strengths. I don't just hand off work, I give people ownership. And when you do that, you don't just free up your own time, you actually build a team that's more capable, more engaged, and more effective. But I also take breaks, even when it feels like I don't have time. And this one's hard for me. I love to push myself, but I've learned the hard way that pushing nonstop, it doesn't actually make you more productive. It just makes you exhausted. The reality is your brain needs to rest so that it can work at full capacity. And that's why stepping away, even for just 15 minutes, it can actually make you more effective. So think about what happens before you go on vacation. You have this giant to-do list and somehow you get it all done before you leave. That's because you're focused. You know exactly what needs to happen and you stay disciplined to get it done. So why not apply that same level of focus every week? Plan, stick to the plan, and then take focused action. And then step away and recharge so that you can do it again. Most leaders don't struggle with working hard. They struggle with working on the right things. And so if you want to maximize your week, stop reacting and start taking control of your time. So I encourage you, plan your week in advance. Focus on what's actually moving the needle, and then batch your tasks, protect your deep work time, and don't be afraid to delegate. And most importantly, Take time to recharge so that you can lead at your best. And which of these hacks resonates the most with you? And as I sign off, I'd love to hear how you structure your week so that you can maximize productivity.